Hey everybody, I'm Tori with Live Local, and I'm here with Josie, the awesome owner of the Novel Bakery. So if you haven't heard of her, tell them a little bit about who you are and what you do.
So I am Josie. I live here in Chesapeake Beach, and about a year ago, I've always been a baker, but about a year ago I started baking scones and started playing with recipes, and a few friends convinced me that I should try to sell them. And so it took a little bit of a process to get to the point where I was ready to do that. But we did. The Novel Bakery was born. It was a strange process too, because I was playing with recipes, and I'm a former librarian.
Oh, okay.
So when I lived in Virginia, I was a librarian at my kids' school for 9 years. So when I started baking, and you have to have a niche, and you have to have a gimmick, and you have to have something that people will remember you by, and because there's a lot of home bakers.
Very true.
So I played around a lot. I knew I wanted to tie it into something that said something about me, and so I was all over the place, and then one day I made a batch of honey and apricot scones. And that was the first time I actually created a recipe on my own. I substituted out honey for sugar and the apricots and all that. And I couldn't stop thinking about Winnie the Pooh. And from there I just kind of sat down and started listing out all of the scone recipes and flavors I had kind of created, and I started matching them up with either book characters or book titles. And then I knew I had my thing. And sometimes it's the flavors that that spur the name, and sometimes it's the character that I really love, and I think, okay, what can I make that represents that character? And then other times it's just what a scone looks like. So I recently created a chocolate mint cookie. So I make a chocolate scone, and then I chop up some mint Oreo cookies and mix that in with the scone batter, and that's my Wicked Witch of the West. And it's because of the color. It's because of the color. It's just because of the green and the brown together. So it's, yeah.
So what is your favorite either like group or theme that you've done to date so far?
Oh, I would say probably either my fall or my Christmas flavor. So at Christmas time I do a pistachio scone that I named after the Grinch. I have a peppermint white chocolate, which is Jack Frost.
Okay.
I have a cocoa, which is chocolate with marshmallows for Polar Express. And then I have just a Saint Nick, which is just a plain scone. It's sugar cookie, so it's a plain scone, but then I do an icing with sprinkles on top, so it kind of tastes like a sugar cookie.
That all sounds amazing.
And then fall, we've got butterscotch and salted caramel and
all those
cranberry. Yeah,
cool,
those are probably my favorite. But my favorite, really, people ask all the time, what's your favorite scone? And I'm like, it changes. Every time I make something new or every season, it changes.
You come up with these different recipes and flavor combinations where one could be the favorite, and you're like, oh, but this is just a game changer. So
yeah.
So Josie, how can people reach out to you if they want to either do a special order or just find out more information and buy your product? Where can they find you, and then how can they call for the special orders?
So right now we're on Facebook and Instagram, and we have an email. It's just thenovelbakery@gmail.com.
Super easy.
So yeah, you can reach out to us through there and place orders. We'll be at the North Beach Farmers Market. You can place an order in person.
Okay.
And we can do a local meetup or pickup.
You guys definitely reach out for any of your scone, cookie, baker needs.